I broke my foot at 14 and I got addicted to pain pills then. And it was pretty bad. I was starting to steal from people that I loved.
It started with pain pills, and just because they made me feel good. From the pain pills, it went to the heroin, it went to the meth.
Primrose Hill is a nonprofit organization, of course affiliated with Teen Challenge USA. A lot of people don't know the history that goes along with that, but Teen Challenge was started in 1958 by a fellow by the name of David Wilkerson, and he was a pastor up in Pennsylvania. Read an article in Life magazine about some boys over in New York who were being charged with murder. They were gang members, and so the story starts there and now has developed to where there's 1,200 centers globally, 250 in the United States, but currently there's only 11 centers where the children can come into the home with their mothers, and that's what's unique about Primrose Hill.
The first couple weeks were rough for me, but the girls were great. I had a good roommate. The staff was very helpful. Miss DONNA was amazing. She will sit down in the floor and actually pray with you, like in the floor. You don't have to be in a desk where it feels formal. Like, she will get on the floor and pray with you. And I think that's what has made my stay so much better.
It took me it took me a little bit at first to get used to, and then I would just pray like, God, if this is where you want me to be, please change my heart about being here. And then it happened, and then I had my first visit, and that was my plan to go home. The whole time I was like, I'm just gonna go home my first visit. But then like I saw myself being changed, like God was changing my heart and changing like who I could look in the mirror for the first time and not hate the person that I was looking at. And so I know if in my first month, if God could do that, I would really wanted to know what he could do in 12 months. And my family, they've never been more proud of me in my life, so it makes it all worth it. It really is the best thing that's ever happened to me coming here.
An added benefit to being in the Primrose is the Prim Goods business that's been created there, and so soaps and lotions and the things like that, the packaging of it, the marketing of it, the merchandising is all part of being at Primrose. You have to be involved in the running of that business, and it's twofold. It raises money, and it's a great product.
We help them with their courts and their JOs and just people that represent the children because of their choices, you know. Along the way, they've lost their children. So we help them with their courts, going to speak with the judge, trying to get back their children. And a lot of times it happens a little bit at a time because they've got to see something. I'm sure the student or the lady has had this happen before and they've given back the child, but then the same thing happens again and they lose the child. So it's like a cycle. But here at Teen Challenge, like, they're learning the Lord and their value and who they are and the love, just love, like, it's beautiful.
Sometimes the obvious escapes, okay? It takes money. I mean, you can't have a house and utilities and you know, amenities and support. I mean, it just takes money. And you know, money's kind of hard to talk about sometimes, unfortunately. But anything whatever the widow's mite always comes to my mind. You know, whatever you can do. Again, because it's a community problem. It's our society problem. So you know, give, please. I mean, just whatever you can. If you can give a lot, there's some that are blessed that can give a lot. Give a lot, because I'm telling you, it is very, very important to your well-being. Because again, if we're gonna treat the problem and get to the root of the problem, it's got to start with kids. And the only way to do it is places like Primrose Hill that are professionals, that are really, really good at what they do, but they got to be supported. So, you know, let's support them.